Hello, this is Knife. I haven't drawn anything for a very long time, and I do apologize for that. But I've been busy with a lot of life-changing things. But I felt there was some need to upload some things, so I remember back in October my friend made a video. It was quite inspirational and quite motivating even for me. So I felt like I should upload that one, and I asked for his permission. It's okay, so have a look at it. It has me in it as well. Don't worry, I'm just being a total doof as usual. But have a look at it if you feel like you're not good at art, or if you feel uninspired. It really helps. It actually helps a lot. So have a look, and I'll get back to drawing sometime or another. Love you guys. Now I would usually make a thrusting move. Oh, I already did. Okay, but bye.
Okay, let's see if we can get this thing working. There we go. There was a morning early in February. I had just found a subreddit of the show a few days prior. I usually just roam around as I didn't really know anything about the fandom. It was a bit of a bad time for me, so I just scrolled around with a lot of different things on my mind. Until after a few minutes, something caught my attention. It was unusual of me to actually appreciate any piece of artwork, but there was just something about it. But it wasn't just the one picture. In fact, it was a whole lot of them. I hadn't been very much interested in anything besides playing video games, but at this point it was more than just a quick spark of interest. I found out that he also did stream when he worked, so I decided to take a peek. Seeing the drawing built from scratch to finish, I literally was sold. This is what I wanted to try out and maybe one day achieve. So I picked up a pencil and I spent the next 2 hours drawing. The first one being, well, horrible. I thought maybe a bit different angle would work. It didn't. But being the stubborn person that I am, I started researching a bit, and someone suggested I do some simple tracing to get the feel of the shapes, so I did. But this wasn't digital, which I preferred because the coloring and such, so I found vectoring using Inkscape. Still doing the same silly thing with tracing. I copied a few things and put them together. Looking back at it now, it's probably not a good way to learn from, but I did pick up a few starter things though. I decided to go away from that way of working, as it made me feel like a shitty thief and a douchebag. It would basically me copy-paste and not really me achieving my goal. The first drawing I did after those 2 previous weeks, I could see a lot of improvement, which was quite thrilling and made me believe more that this was the right way to do it. After doing a lot of drawing the next few days, I quickly noticed that my wings were exceptionally bad. It made me sort of annoyed. And from that moment on, I started working a lot more on the wings than anything else. It's still a work in progress as to this date though. But it was around this time that I managed to get a hold of a tablet. This meant I could finally start aiming closer and working towards my goal. It took a lot of time, around 12 hours on each of these drawings. Not long after this though, I had stayed awake for about 34 hours, trying to draw but getting pissed off at myself for not being able to do anything. It was the first time I really felt bad about all my work and all the time I had wasted. And on my second screen, out of, well, nowhere, the stream went suddenly online. I kid you not, this is how it actually started. Still as it was, it gave me the motivation and reminded me sort of why I keep doing with the drawing. So I sat down and grabbed my pencil and I sketched instead. ending up making my best sketches up till then. I continued to draw, not really stopping even when things didn't work out. I was quite lucky though, as I met someone who became a really close friend of mine. She helped me in a lot of things, not just my drawing, and frankly I wouldn't have come as far as I have right now without that person. I broke a lot of things along the way. Even as far as I've come till now, I still do. But that doesn't matter really, as it just shows I can always learn more. And there always will be things to learn. Oh, and always work on those weaknesses. Motivation and inspiration can be pretty much anything and anytime. It could simply be following your goal, or appreciating your friends and the time you have spent with them. And a bit of a bad habit of mine is that I do tend to get a bit inspired, I guess, when I'm feeling down or troubled, so I did make a bit of those kinds of pictures. It sort of helps having something to occupy myself with when I'm feeling such. In my case though, I tend to push myself down, demanding so much more of myself and not meeting my own expectations. Looking back at August, I was at the airport in Germany, where I had a couple of minutes to wait for the plane. It had been one of the best experiences I've had, and having lost my sketchbook, I picked up the nearest piece of paper I had and drew what came to mind. Without that friend of mine, I wouldn't have been in Germany, let alone still keep drawing. And because of that, I am now closer to my goal than I've ever been, having found a lot of great friends along the way as well, and a lot of support for my process of reaching my goal. That really helps keep me going when at times I get the stupid thoughts of stop working towards what I want to achieve. One thing I can relate to, but I sort of hate seeing, is that people keep saying they simply can't do it. You gotta start believing in yourself. And if you want to set yourself a goal, don't go like, oh, I can't, I don't have talent, or I don't have experience. I didn't have experience, nor did I have talent. What I did have though was focus and a lot of good support and time. And I've made advances. I can now say that I can actually draw. Yeah, I'm a hypocrite. No one is as hard on myself and my work, but that's because I really want to push myself towards a goal I've been running towards for so long. It's not gonna happen in a day or a week. You got to build it up, brick by brick, and more bricks. And the only one who's going to stop you is yourself. So keep it up, give it a try, but most importantly, just have fun with it.